Hello, Amy. Well, in the last couple of weeks, we've heard quite a bit about the big deals with China. We've had the Chinese president visiting Premier Alan Carpenter, and also the big signing of the deal with Woodside as well. But there are some other issues with China that people would like us to be more aware of. And in Perth recently, there's been a seminar organised by the China Forum to raise our awareness of some of these issues. One of the invited guests was Erping Zhang, who's the director of the Association for Asian Research based in New York, and he joins us now to share some of those issues with us. Welcome, Erping. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
Erping, can you please start by just introducing us to the China Forum and what it's about?
Well, yesterday we had a forum talking about the Chinese internet and censorship, and we also had a speaker talking about the Chinese economic issues in terms of the risks of investment and also financial difficulties. And we also had a human rights lawyer who addressed the issue of a Chinese government taking organs from the Falun Gong practitioners held in labor camps and jails. And this is a very big issue because what happens is that there's a huge international market for organs taken out from the prisoners of conscience in China. And also yesterday we had a victim of Falun Gong practitioners from China who went through a labor camp tragic experience.
So these labour camps, I remember hearing about them in my school history as being something that happened during World War II, but they are happening right here, right now, in China.
Yeah, according to the U.S. State Department, there are close to a quarter and a half million Chinese people right now in the slave labour camps, and they are producing a lot of products for export, like Christmas decorations and pajamas and many other daily necessities. So it's appalling that in this day and age that such kind of things still occurring.
So why isn't it more aware to people out there that it's still going on?
Well, the Chinese government, we should remember, is still a communist regime. It's not elected by the populace. And while the economic development is going on, the political dictatorship is never remained the same as in the past. And that's one of the huge concern for people here in the West we should be aware of.
Okay. So at this seminar, some of the main human rights abuses that were highlighted, probably a few that was brought up. Tell us about some of those.
Well, the major human rights in China is the persecution of Falun Gong spiritual movement. What happens is this is a meditation exercise based on the traditional Chinese meditation exercise from the Buddhism and Taoism traditions. It has two parts. One is the Tai Chi slow motion exercise, and the second component is spiritual dimension, which endorses the principles of truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance. The government of China actually endorsed it for 7-8 years in the past because of health benefits. And later, when the government found out there were 70 to 100 million people from different walks of life doing this meditation, the government felt threatened because outnumbered the membership of the Communist Party. So they outlaw it, and has past 8 years, we've seen a lot of human rights reports about the brutality waged against the practitioner in China, and actually the persecution of this group has extended overseas, including here in Australia. If you go to the Chinese embassy website, you can see the defamation remarks on this group. And what the human rights lawyer David Matus tried to address to the audience here is that they are Australians, they are Americans, Canadians who go to China to get organs from the transplant hospitals there, where they take the organs from